Hey everyone, it's Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Chainlink because there's a lot of hype surrounding Chainlink, but the price has done pretty well in this last week and month to make that happen. So let's take a look, see where we're going to end up by the end of the year, the end of the bull market, talk about all of the different hype in the news surrounding Chainlink, what price should be coming in the end of the year, the end of the bull market as well. If we take a look at just the last day, by the way, about a 3.48% increase. The last week being about an 11% increase, and the last month being a very, very solid 42% increase. The market cap continuing to rise now at $14.5 billion. The trading activity right now at 55% buy, 45% sell. The volume in the last 24 hours being at $1.4 billion. So the all-time high, if you guys didn't know, for Chainlink was right around $52.83. So we are still far off that. And a lot of people are assuming we are going to blast past that in this year alone. I'm going to tell you guys about my price predictions at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Let's jump a little bit farther into what I really want to kind of bring out to you guys is that Chainlink is a coin worth looking into at the very least. If you guys are not already invested, definitely, I guess, do your own research. Jump in, dive a little bit deeper, because there's more to learn about Chainlink that makes me and my personal self very, very invested. And really, I believe Chainlink's going to go through the roof once people realize what it's doing, what it's accomplishing, the partnerships it's grabbing. So if somebody told you you could invest in a startup tech who has partnerships with Amazon and Google, has the backing of Morningstar, and a leader who sits with Mark Cuban on the D Climate Advisory Panel, and Hedera is covered by Forbes, would you buy it? So absolutely I would, is the really top tweet here. And I think that's exactly the response to a lot of us. If we were told these things, it'd be obvious to invest. So Chainlink may not be the flashiest, but it's doing things that make crypto work better. And I think that's something that a lot of people just don't realize quite yet. As we move a little bit farther forward, Chainlink CCIP is going to be one of the most useful pieces of tech since blockchains. The apps can program CCIP smart bridges to deploy assets and data across chains based on various logic. It will move dApps from having many single chain implementations to a single multi-chain dApp. So this is definitely huge for Chainlink, and I'm not going to go too much deeper. They have a fairly long thread here, but for the most part, Chainlink CCIP, very, very useful, very, very helpful. And I think a lot of people don't realize the utility that Chainlink really provides, not in just its partnerships. There's some big partnerships that I just need to talk about here as well. So Crypto Simplified talks about the Chainlink recent partnership with Amazon Web Services, or AWS, and why is it such a big deal? So in this thread, he kind of explains in simple layman terms how the partnership works and it benefits. If you guys are interested, I do suggest coming through here and taking a read yourself, because there is a decent amount, or it's a fairly long thread, so I'm not going to read it all. But what is AWS? So they talk about how it's the world's most popular cloud storage provider and allows data to be stored and accessed on the internet. Well, how does the partnership work? This is the one I really wanted to cover. So AWS Chainlink Quick Start allows data providers to connect blockchains in 35M instead of days. Enterprises enter 40 fields, blockchain network, node password, DB name, into a form with one click. Chainlink node is fully operational. So they talk about the benefits as well. Obviously, being higher enterprise awareness of Chainlink provides market validation in the value of data providers connecting with Chainlink. And there's so much more, reducing node deployment, really from days to minutes, reduce costs, lowers technical barriers to entry, automates configuration processes, and more customer support availability. So I'm not going to dive a little bit, too much deeper into this, but this AWS partnership that people are just not talking enough about, in my opinion, is absolutely going to make Chainlink, or help Chainlink, become one of the biggest really coins in the space as we move forward. I do want to jump into a few just regular partnerships as well. So Indigo Protocol is integrating Chainlink price feeds on Cardano to support its mirrored asset protocol. The high quality data and robust infrastructure of Chainlink help ensure that assets are minted, swapped, redeemed, and liquidated at fair market value. Before we jump into any other partnerships, I want to jump into some way that you can actually, in a way, you can stake your Chainlink. So one thing that Chainlink is kind of suffering from right now, if you think Polkadot, you think Cardano, you think of staking, you think of, passive income, passive rewards. Well, you don't get that with Chainlink. There is no staking option right now. But the one thing you can do is put your Chainlink to work for you with BlockFi. I will have a BlockFi link down in the description below, by the way, if you guys want to take advantage. I do have a BlockFi link that helps support you, and you can get up to $250 worth of Bitcoin when you sign up. So earn more from your crypto. Your crypto can earn up to 9.5% APY with a BlockFi interest account or BIA account. Interest occurs daily and is paid monthly. There are no hidden fees, no minimum balances, and no reasons to wait. As we jump back, though, there is more partnerships I want to talk about. We talked about Indigo Protocol, how it's integrating Chainlink price feeds. Another one that's kind of mentioned here, another tweet here, is we're excited to award a grant to Chaos Labs for the integration of Chainlink oracles within their cloud testing platform, empowering developers to rapidly test Chainlinked smart contracts in an isolated and high-fidelity sandbox environment. As we move a little bit farther forward, we have a couple more to jump into. NWC Public has integrated Chainlink Proof of Reserve to help secure its Stellar Org or Polygon token bridge. Chainlink POR oracles are used to continuously verify that all wrapped XLM on Polygon are backed one-to-one by XLM stored on the Stellar blockchain. So more and more great things coming about with Chainlink. Obviously, integrations that continue to utilize Chainlink is going to continue to raise the value over time. You know, we saw the ecosystem. It's over, I believe, 700, 800, 900 projects at this point, getting closer to 1,000 as we speak. But we have another big one to talk about. This is going to be the last one we're going to jump into before we go into price predictions for the end of the year and the end of the bull market. That's going to be Woo Network. And it's using the Chainlink network to launch its own customized institutional market data oracles, which will support its WooFi swap DEX and select partners. Woo Network selected Chainlink due to its experience and probably reliable node operator. So this is another great partnership. Obviously, more utilization continuing to take place in the Chainlink ecosystem. If we jump back to the price predictions, or jump back to the price chart to do our price predictions, I do want to say, guys, before we get started, I'm not a financial advisor, so always doing research, but you can see that all time, Chainlink's at about a 20,000% increase according to Coinbase itself. Just a massive, massive push, and we're going to continue to see more and more. If we take a look at the last day, a 3.48% increase, a very, very solid push from that $29, $30 range, and now at $31.30, and we are going to continue to hopefully see Chainlink do very, very well in the upcoming days and weeks ahead. I think this is another coin that long-term you're going to see insane benefits from holding Chainlink. I don't think it's going to be a short-term hold by any means. I don't think you're going to want to jump in with Chainlink, put all your money in, and then sell in 20 days. That's not going to be the play most likely. I will say dollar cost averaging in is always the safest bet in my opinion. But with Chainlink, I do believe by the end of the year we could still see $60 to $100 just in these next 2 months. We could see a massive, massive rise. Chainlink's going to continue to be one of the coins I am most bullish on. Has not really had its massive streak yet. You think of Solana, you think of Polygon, you think of some of these coins. They've had their massive streak. Chainlink, really not so much. So we'll see what happens with Chainlink. Back in April, we did have a $35 push up to $53, but we are back down to $31.30, a very, very undervalued really position in the crypto space right now is Chainlink. So we'll continue to keep you guys up to date by the end of the year. I do expect Chainlink to continue this push, momentum swing up. $200 is still that price target for Chainlink by the end of the bull market. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on. If you guys are interested, by the way, jump over to Twitter, CryptoProfitYT on Twitter. You can actually retweet this latest tweet. It's a chance for you guys to get 40 Chainlink if by the end of October, we hit $40 Chainlink. I know that's probably not going to happen. Good news is, guys, we are going to be putting another tweet out for November. So we are going to make sure to give this 40 Chainlink out. So make sure to retweet the next tweet. Stay up to date. CryptoProfitYT on Twitter. I'll see you guys all on the next one.